This is one of my biggest objectives for the season is to show my world champion jersey again.
Amazing.
And I think I still have to decide where and when, but I think you will definitely see me in one gravel race because as I'm proud of this jersey and I want to show it. I don't want to be a world champion that didn't race in his jersey.
Welcome to the Helmet Podcast. I'm Danni Shrosbree, a pro gravel rider and host of this podcast, talking all things cycling safety, performance and design. I'm joined by an absolute powerhouse in the peloton from UAE Team Emirates-XRG. Welcome to the podcast, Florian Vermeersch. How are you doing?
Hello, good afternoon. Good, I'm doing very good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we just need to say a massive congratulations to your season so far. Obviously, third in E3 and in Omloop. It's going pretty well for you so far.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm happy with how I feel, and I'm happy all the hard work from this winter pays off. So yeah, it's really nice so far to ride around with these kind of legs.
Yeah, I bet it's always a good feeling. I think before we dive into this year, and I mean, being with no doubt the best team in the peloton, I really want to go back and talk about how you got into cycling. And also, I read that you were a local councillor, or still are, in your town. So can you talk us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's true. Back in 2018, when I was still under 23 rider, I've decided to put my name on the list for elections for the local town council, and I got elected. This was, of course, before I knew I would turn pro.
Yeah.
But then, when I turned pro, I decided to kind of go on with it and continue. Until today, I'm still doing it. I take great pleasure out of it. As long as it doesn't affect my my work as a cyclist, I'm happy to keep doing it in the future.
It's amazing. Did you always have an interest in it growing up, or what made you choose to do that?
Yeah, I've always had an interest in politics, like in history, of course. I was pretty good friends with the local mayor at the time, and he asked me if I was interested, and that's how how all things turned out, let's say. And sometimes it's some coincidence or some incidents that make you do these kind of things. So it's a bit of a coincidence, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I suppose it's a nice thing to have a little bit of a distraction alongside the racing, when something else to think about as well, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It's good sometimes to completely switch off and think about other things in life, and these kind of things are really good for that. So yeah, that's all the one part of it that I really like about it.
Yeah, and then the cycling side, obviously being born in Belgium, I feel like you guys are literally born onto to two wheels. When did your journey on the bike start? Was it literally from, I don't know, as soon as you could ride a bike, pretty much?
No, it was like a little bit later. Not. I think I was 9 years old. So I started playing football when I was 6. But then one day when I was about 9 years old, my dad came home and mentioning that he saw a nice bike in the local bike shop, and he was wondering if this was something I would be interested in to trying, because he was also a cycling fan and someone who rode his bike a lot.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, that's how the ball got rolling. I went to take a look to the bike. I was immediately sold. Then I started doing some small competitions, and until today I'm still riding the bike. So it was, I think, a big moment in my life, but I didn't do it at the time.
Yeah. So like pretty much from the day you started racing, was that when you decided, you know what, I'm going to do everything in my power to make this my career?
Um, no, not really. Things started to get more serious when I was 17, 18 years old. That's when
Yeah.
I got into cyclocross, and then when I got to go to World Cups and these kind of things, and then everything started to get more serious. But before that, my parents always tried to tell me that the most important thing in life was school and also having fun on a bike and not
Yeah, for
taking everything too serious. And I think this was also crucial for now, because now I still enjoy riding the bike, because at the time we didn't really force things and the only thing that mattered was having fun.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really important point, especially to maybe youngsters out there that, you know, I think they obviously watch you guys on the telly and are in awe of you and everything. But I think the most important thing is keeping it fun, right? Because if it becomes a chore, then you're probably not going to perform that well.
Yeah, exactly. That's when people or kids or parents come to me and ask for advice, which doesn't happen so often, but when they do, I always say that the most important thing is to have fun and to keep things light, especially at that age. Don't try to force them into cycling or in too much training, because I
Yeah.
think later on, and if they have a career later on in their careers, you will pay this back. I think the crucial part of having a long career is to always have fun on the bike and enjoy doing what you do.
Yeah, amazing. And I think if we talk about I suppose your turning point of coming pro, obviously in 2021 you had that breakthrough result, out sprinting Matthew van der Poel. I suppose was that the moment where you're like, do you know what, I wanna keep seeing how far I can achieve, and yeah, the next level, I suppose, of what is possible.
Yeah, I think the first crucial point was becoming national champion in under 23. This made me
Yeah,
realize that turning pro was like really possible. Then obviously Lotto gave me the chance at the time, and then in the next year or the next year and a half later, I got second in Roubaix, and this made me realize that competing at a very at the very highest level in the classics was maybe possible for me, and that's
yeah.
where I'm working for ever since. And yeah, that's why it's so nice to have now a really good result and getting those podium finishes.
Yeah, you've obviously gone from Lotto to Dole, which provided you with these opportunities to get to where you are now. But I think it'd be really interesting to like compare the team coming across to UAE Team Emirates, where a team which of course has one of the biggest budgets. And how have you seen? I don't know, the biggest improvements. Like, is it equipment or just everyday support? Because we all see you race and everything, but there's, you know, how do you stay on top of like the traveling and everything like that? That must be where budgets from teams, like where it's bigger, it's better for you guys.
Yeah, I think in general I improved a lot. The way with the team works, the way they guide us in everyday life, the way they monitor everything. The equipment we have, the nutrition. I think it's all top quality, and we're at the very highest level of the sport doing that.
Yeah.
Also, everything regarding travel in this team is it's so easy and so well organized that as a rider you never have to worry about if you have the best flight for the race or how to get somewhere. And of course, what for me was one of the biggest impacts is that on training camps or generally in every race you're competing or together with the very best athletes in the
Yeah.
sport. If you see the teams the teams we can put every race, it's crazy how high the level is. So yeah, I think this is also something that has had a major impact on my performance as well, because every day you're surrounded by the best riders in the world.
Yeah, and it would be really cool to talk about like the team culture, and obviously like you are on a team with Tadej Pogačar, and do you feel the pressure being on that team, or I think from an outsider it looks like the team is the best, but you also are just really good friends, and it would just be cool to hear a little bit of what it's like amongst you all.
Yeah. So the crazy and the thing the thing that surprised me the most is how relaxed and how chill everything is.
Really?
Also when Tadej is around, you of course when you go to a race with him, you know the pressure's on and we are there to win. But when you arrive on the race itself and the days before, everything is so calm. It's something that Tadej also enjoys, that we're relaxed, that we're just a group of friends having fun. And yeah, this is something you can also see the days before the race. We hang out as one group.
Yeah.
We stay a long time on the table talking and just having fun. And it's just in general always super nice to go to a race with the team. I always look forward to the next race and going there. And this is also super important, that you always have fun what you're doing. Like I said before, and this is something that's the case in this team. So I would say the environment is really good. Really relaxed. But when it matters in the race, we are super focused.
But do you think that, I think maybe because you have that such positive energy around each other, that when stressful situations happen, like for example in Milan-San Remo, like you guys just came together incredibly when Tadej crashed? And do you think it's those moments where you're bonding and maybe Tadej's making you all listen to rap music and stuff, that's also it's not a performance, but the fact that you just bond so well, it helps in those stressful situations that you've got each other's back?
Yeah, I think we have a really big trust in each other. Tadej has a trust in us. We trust in him. And at the moment things go south, we stayed calm and we try to do as best as possible. Also from the car, they don't stress too much. They keep us calm and collected. They tell us exactly what to do. So I think it's at this moment that you can see that you are a team, and that we collect ourselves again and we go for the best possible result. Of course, it helps that you have a leader like Tadej who can then, in the end, finish it off in a great way, like he did.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see, with how we worked as a team there, that through our sacrifice and through our team effort, he was still able to get back in the bunch before Cipressa, and then from there on made his way to the front again. That was really nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible to watch on the TV as well, just seeing how you all dealt with that. And I think also after, the emotion throughout the team was, I think it said it all about all your hard work and everything that goes into it. And I think also we obviously just see the racing and the outcome, but there's so much to being an elite athlete and all the training and equipment and everything that goes into it. Can you talk us, like, I suppose, like the athlete life, like winter training, new equipment, testing, aerodynamics, like what's the process? Because I mean, everyone says like there's barely an off season now because you're always on to the next thing.
Yeah, off season is pretty short nowadays. But I would say I can still manage to have 3-4 weeks off. Of course, I ride the bike sometimes, but those 3-4 weeks are more than enough for me to recharge. And then from end of November, or like I would say middle of November, until the start of the season, you slowly build up towards the first race. We first start with a team camp in UAE, where it's more about doing some team building and testing some new things. But then in December we come to the training camp to really train. We do the aero testing. We test all kind of things there, and we train hard. And then in January we all do our own kind of program. Let's say we organize our own training, which is good because the season starts so early these days that to have a complete training camp with the team is really difficult these days. Yeah. And then from the first race on, it's full gas. I always say that that season flies by so quickly, but it's really like this because you're always looking forward to this period, to the classics. Yeah. But in 2 weeks, it's already Paris-Roubaix, and then all the Flemish classics are finished already, and then you already look ahead to next year for those races. So time really flies, and that's why sometimes it seems that winter is very short. But we manage, and I love the process and how everything develops during winter. It's always nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, the process makes that finish project. I mean, when you see Tadej and you, and even you getting on the podium, like that's when you see the hard work's worth it. With looking at, I suppose you've been in the peloton, you're seeing how quickly equipment's evolving, like carbs per hour is like evolving. I guess more than ever, marginal gains is something you guys are looking at, probably. And I mean, obviously, Met being a sponsor, you're looking at helmets that you can change that are going to be faster. And I believe at Milan-San Remo, you guys were racing a new helmet.
Yeah, correct. And that's also something that we as riders always love. Like testing new stuff, trying out new stuff, and then like in Milan-San Remo, actually receiving the new product. It's always super nice to see and to have like a new kind of present. And obviously, with the information we get, we know that the new helmet is again faster, and this gives you this little boost, like this. You're like, it's like you're having again a little advantage more. Yeah. And then personally for me was also really good because normally I have a large helmet, the only one in the team, but with this new one I could go one size smaller, so it's even more aerodynamic for me. So I'm super happy with the new helmet. Yeah.
It's funny, I joked with the guys here. They were like, see if you can bring up Florian's head size. I was like, well, you know what? I'm an awkward body. Like, I've got really long legs and a short body. So for frame sizes, I'm a nightmare. I'm sit between frame sizes. So that's it's something about wearing a size smaller helmet. It just looks better, doesn't it? It's just like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Aesthetically,
exactly. I'm always the most difficult person in helmet sizes. And now I was very happy that I finally had like the normal size, like where everybody's going for.
That's so good. With equipment getting faster, people, I mean, you've seen the UCI starting to ban stuff, but talk to us a bit about in the peloton, and the speeds are just crazy now. I mean, some of these descents and obviously technology has evolved. How do you feel as a rider in terms of safety, or do you think there is more that can be done in, like, from the UCI, for example?
That's a really difficult question, and I think it's a question where you can make just about this topic. You can make a whole podcast around.
That's so true.
But I think in general the safety has improved. But of course, I also acknowledge that the speeds are way higher now sometimes in descents, and that's also one part of cycling, that with all the marginal gains and all the equipment changes, everything has to be faster, lighter. That's something we have to work with, but I think in general we've made some good steps, and I think the UCI is trying to improve rider safety. I think sometimes with some rational thinking, still a lot of things can be done better. But I'm already happy with the improvements we've seen over the last few years, and I hope they can still improve. But that's something, we as riders have to speak out for ourselves through the CPA, and we have to stand up for ourselves. But I would say in general, safety for the riders has improved, and I think also organizers are more and more listening to the riders' needs and looking at safety. So that's like a positive thing.
For sure. And I suppose in trusting all the equipment you're on, and and all the I think that's what's crazy now, the testing that goes into the helmets, the bikes, and everything for crashing is so much more advanced what it used to be. So that even though the speeds are going up, so is the level of testing on these equipment and everything you're riding, which also helps.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I said, it's something we have to deal with and to work with. But I think in general we made some good improvements.
For sure. Now, a topic that's very passionate to me because I am a gravel cyclist. You're current gravel world champion, which is obviously, it was so cool to see. You'd been on the podium was it every year, or did you do the first year of the gravel world champs?
No, I didn't do the first year, but
and then you were on the podium.
The last 3 editions, I was on the podium. Correct.
So talk us through last year. You must have been so determined. I mean, obviously being in your country as well, you must have felt quite at home. Did it feel more like a classics road race or a gravel race?
No, it really felt like a road race, a gravel race for me. It was, the area there is still pretty far from me. It's close to Belgium, but it's like 2.5 hours from my own house. So that's not an area where I come regularly. And I think the parcours was beautiful. Was a lot of gravel, not a lot of roads. So for me, it was like a proper gravel race. And of course, I was super determined to have finally my world champion jersey there, because the previous 2 years I was really, really close always. And of course, last year I really started with the ambition to win. And I'm super happy it worked out, because you don't get a lot of chances to becoming world champion. And that's something I will cherish forever.
And what is it about gravel that made you, what is it, why did you want to come across and dabble into it? Because it's funny, you hear so many people that maybe on the road that are like, oh, I'm not doing gravel. Like, I think that's quite easy. And it'd be really interesting from your side to see how you find gravel and how it differentiates from road cycling.
Well, it started with I was always good friends and in good contact with Laurens ten Dam, and he he was he won Unbound. He was full into gravel, and it was him who asked me if I wouldn't be interested in doing the gravel world championships in where was it, in Conegliano, like 3 years ago in Italy. And then that's how the ball got rolling, sorry. And I asked back in the days if I could have a gravel bike to ride it a little bit. And I enjoyed it so much, and I got more and more into it. And of course, I'm with my cyclocross background. I knew I had a bit of the technique, and I know how riding on loose surface felt like. And then, I went to the World Championships, and we did this race, and I really loved it. Also, the whole vibe around gravel is really something that really is what I really love, because this is for me the biggest difference with World Tour racing, where everything is so organized, and where you always stay in your team bubble, you stay in your team bus, where in gravel it's like a more relaxed, friendly atmosphere, I would say, where you hang out with your contenders, and where maybe it's a bit a romantic view, but I feel like it's really like this, where everybody helps each other. And I just really love the general vibe of gravel racing. Also the fact that actually I liked the fact that it was not team supported, because then it turns out that level playing field, but also it felt like me a bit of nostalgia, because my parents were helping me again, my sisters, my friends were doing some feed zones, so it was really like a friends and family effort. And it's something where I always look forward to every year to do this again. It's just the whole vibe and nature around it. And I know gravel is turning more and more professional, and that the level is super high. But I really hope that they can keep the same vibe, and that it doesn't become too professional. Whereas some gravel teams will also turn up in big buses or these kind of things. I hope it still is a bit more level playing field, like you said.
For sure. I think it's slowly turning that way, but I hope so too. That because it's very much, there's these privateers, then there's these teams, but it's still very individual, because there's unless I suppose specialized team is the only real big example of a proper team setup, but there's still like individual cash at the end of the line. So I don't think anyone's quite working as a full team. Was there anything that shocked you coming over to gravel? During the gravel race, like did you expect the racing to be how it was? Because I suppose you can't really hide in the wheels in gravel, I'd say, in a lot of races.
What surprised me the most was the chaos in the first hour.
Really?
How everybody was sprinting to every corner and fighting for position, because the way we think in World Tour races is like we try to manage our effort and spend as less energy as possible in the first hour, and then in the final we put everything on the table. Wherein for me in gravel felt a bit like the opposite. In the first hour you really had to make sure you were always in the first positions, and then like towards the end people started to drop more and more, and also the power is going always less and less. It's like a bit the opposite of World Tour racing.
It's just a lot more attritional, I suppose. Just who can keep going and not fade.
Yeah, exactly, and also stay out of trouble, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely that. Will we be seeing the World Champ jersey at any other gravel races this year before the World Champs again, I suppose?
Yeah, this is one of my biggest objectives of the season, is to show my World Champion jersey again.
Amazing.
I think I still have to decide where and when, but I think you will definitely see me in one gravel race, because I'm proud of this jersey, and I want to show it. I don't want to be a world champion that didn't race in his jersey.
Well, I think you're an amazing world champion to have, and I think it'd be really cool to see you at one of those races. I mean, I know you have a hectic schedule, but I think everyone would love to see you at one of them for sure. Obviously, you've got Roubaix coming up soon. So, I saw you and Tadej were doing some reconning together. So, is that the dynamic duo setting up for that race?
Right. Let's hope so. We are going full for the win, and I hope I can help Tadej to achieve winning 5 monuments. That's the ultimate goal, and then have a good result myself. If I can stay healthy and have the legs like this, then for sure I have good confidence, and I have good faith that we will be up there to fight for it. But Roubaix is a bit of a special race where you also have to stay out of trouble. So we will see. But let's hope we can be the dynamic duo.
For sure. And I suppose for yourself personally, you've got so close to holding that rock yourself. Is that something in the future you still dream of doing? Obviously, I know that this year it's all in for Tadej, but for you personally?
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna hide that this is one of my, let's say, career objectives, is to have the highest spot on the podium in Roubaix. But I'm also very aware of my position in the team, and the fact that Tadej is racing means that of course we go all in for him. And I have no regrets in riding for him. But for sure, one of the next years, I want to be the one also to be on the top spot. Let's hope I still have a lot of years to come in the pro peloton, and that I still have some chances to fight for it.
Oh, for sure. I have no doubt. We're going to wrap up this podcast with a bit of a rapid fire question for you, if that's okay.
Yes.
So in the Met helmets, the Manta versus the Trenta, what would you go for?
The Manta.
The rice versus pasta?
Pasta.
Roubaix or Flanders?
Roubaix. Easy.
Espresso or flat white?
Flat white.
that was a long decision.
I'm a big coffee lover, so it was the difficult.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you're not one of those riders that goes and orders a hot chocolate.
No, definitely not.
Good.
I'm fully into coffee. I'm one of those coffee nerds.
Oh yeah, me too. Don't tell the Italians that their coffee sucks. What about your best training spot?
Ooh, unpopular or like Linz, Austria.
Austria, really? Yeah, I can imagine that's beautiful actually. Best training partner?
Ooh, also a difficult one.
You gotta be careful now.
I'm gonna my father.
Oh, that's nice. That's smart move there. Keep the teammates happy. And then breakaway versus sprint.
Breakaway.
Rain or wind?
Rain.
And then Fritz or waffles?
Fritz all day.
You had to say that.
Yeah, no, well, I mean it.
And then I suppose you kind of said it, but your dream race to win is?
Roubaix or World Championships.
Oh yeah, of course, everyone's dream. I think before we go, also, I just want to check that we saw Johannesson had a nasty crash. Was it with you guys today on a coffee ride?
No, it was yesterday, and I was one day at home yesterday, so I wasn't there on the ride, so I didn't see it.
Well, yeah, we hope he's okay, and thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it. Could you imagine a life without a helmet these days riding? It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I would never do it. Also on my home bike at home, like the normal bike, I mean.
Yeah.
I would. I always wear a helmet also for normal commutes.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Actually, there's so many people that commute without wearing a helmet, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and for me, it's people say sometimes we don't do it for the aesthetics, but for me, it doesn't matter. Actually, you have these days so many good and beautiful helmets that there's no excuse anymore for not wearing one.
Yeah, even if you have to wear a size large. Hey, Florian?
Exactly. Accept who you are.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and good luck in the upcoming races.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
And that's a wrap on our first edition of the Helmet Podcast. Stay tuned for more conversation on cycling safety, design and performance with voices from inside the pro peloton and in the industry.